High tropical storm Erica is spinning her way through the eastern Caribbean Sea. In Florida, residents along the coast preparing for the worst if Erica should hit that state. Some residents were out today getting a jump start on the mad rush for supplies. Florida Governor Rick Scott says the state is now preparing.
The National Guard has 8,000 members that they can mobilize. In the meantime, they're going through and making sure all their equipment is ready. The biggest thing is just be prepared.
And Chief Meteorologist Jeff Kirk here now with the latest on this storm. Jeff, how's it looking?
Hey Jennifer, well today we tracked it through the Lesser Antilles, the island chain right here at the entrance of the Caribbean, and now it's moving into the eastern Caribbean, tracking just north of due west as it continues on. It is encountering the wind shear that we've talked about, so it's not strengthening any, and it also could encounter some mountainous terrain if it goes over the Dominican Republic in about a day and a half. That's going to be a key along with the wind shear, and then we'll see how much of this is left when it gets north of Hispaniola. If it is intact north of Hispaniola, then conditions ahead of it will be favorable for maintenance and eventually strengthening. So a lot of uncertainty there, especially in the long range in terms of intensity, and then also as well as the forecast track. But we're pretty certain it's going to be north of Hispaniola as we go through Saturday. We'll see about the intensity as we go forward, but the potential is there that it could approach or become a hurricane if it does hold together and gets into the warmer waters of the western Bahamas and in the general vicinity of South Florida. Now the chances are about equal in this cone of where it could go, or well off to the east or back off to the west. And obviously that would have significant implications on how it would affect us going forward. A system that tracked well off to the east, we would have minimal effects, but obviously anything right at us or to our west, we would at least have heavy rain impacts coming up, perhaps as we get into next Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Now let's take a look at some models here. We've got the forecast cone here along with the models, so you see pretty good agreement heading through late Friday into Saturday. Then we start to see some spread here, not so much later Saturday and Sunday, but further out as to when it turns to the north, whether it goes well to the east or stays south and goes more off to the west. So a lot of questions yet to be answered, and the first one is how much of this system is intact as it gets by Hispaniola as we go into Saturday. So we'll continue to track that very closely for you here at WJCL and WJCL.com. Meanwhile, on our radar, we've been tracking some downpours drifting southwest today. We've got heavy rain and lightning impacting you in Blackshear right now. That'll last for about a half hour. We also have a little pocket of heavy rain still near Baxley. Everybody else east of that looking for a quiet evening coming up, but more chances of rain tomorrow. In fact, we could start the day with a couple of downpours along the immediate coast, and then we'll have some more scattered chances as we head through the day. I think that as we get to tomorrow evening, many areas will be drying out, so should be okay for your Friday night football plans. I also want to mention that with a light onshore flow tomorrow, there is a moderate risk of rip current, so keep that in mind if you are going to be at the beach as usual. A little more caution than usual if you are planning to head into the water. Here's your 7-day forecast. Through the weekend, we'll have some scattered downpours not related to anything going on with Erica. Now next week, obviously the forecast hinges on the track and intensity of Erica, and the most likely time frame right now, if we were to see impacts, would be as we get toward Tuesday and Wednesday.